discuss the concept of gig workers. Do you know the dictionary meaning of a gig? It says that it is a musician or a band going for a paid performance. So gig ideally means a performer who is getting paid. Now let us understand a few concepts behind it. See, I am organizing an event in my organization, and during this event I want a musical performance. So what do? I talk to the best singer in the city and invite him to please come over and perform at my place. So what do? I'll have a small contract with that person, right? That contract says that the person will come over on a particular date and time and will give this kind of a performance. 2, I know that this particular performance is best done by this person. So this performer happens to be a skilled person. 3, do I need to repeat it on a daily basis? Probably no. So it's one of those things that is occasionally things are happening to me. Now let us have this understanding with the gig worker concept. Gig workers are non-traditional employees or workers that we see these days coming in. Now these people are like musicians. They are skilled in a particular area. They are specialized labor or specialized worker. 2, they are willing to work on an ad hoc basis based on the job that you give to them. So we can say they are freelancers, they are specialized people, and we have a contract with them, probably that is a short-term contract. In case I need them on a daily basis, don't you think it's better to have them a full-time employee? So a typical gig worker is more of a freelancer. In other words, we might say that they are like entrepreneurs also. Now, depending on the kind of job that a person walks in for, we can say they are white-collared gig worker or a blue-collared gig worker. Say for example, I need some support for consultancy part, maybe the strategy part. I might call in people who are into that kind of specialty. I'll call them white-collar gig workers. So they have something more on the knowledge part. So we call them knowledge gig workers also. Now I might have a situation where I need people on the job for some operational purpose, and there not lot of knowledge is required. So what I'll do is I'll employ some blue collar employees for me. So I'll call them blue collar gig workers. Now, so far so good. Let us understand the two perspectives of the gig workers concept. Now from the organization's point of view, think what are the advantages? One, it is very cost effective. I'm not having a regular employee working for me. I have to pay regular salaries, I have to give all the benefits to that person. Now, I can have a person who is skilled and can do a particular job. 2, I need not train my employees regularly on the required skills. 3, I have a scenario wherein these people will work for me beyond the office hours. I need not give them space also. I'm saving on that part also. So from the organization's point of view, there are a number of benefits. There is another benefit which walks in. It's like I have a lot of compliance issues with the regular employees. Let us not call it an issue as such. This is the workers' benefits that we talk about. With the gig workers, I've got a contract. So whatever I promise is there in the contract part. So from the organization's point of view, I have got some advantages. Now let us talk about the disadvantages. So I have got a gig worker walking in, helping me in the strategy part of my organization. Completes the job, goes away. Thank you so much, right? Now the same person goes over to my competitor and tells more things about strategy over there too. Now what is happening is, the trade secrets that I had in my organizations are now being leaked to others. So I have a problem here. I might lose my strategic content because of these gig workers. Now that is something I talk about the white collared gig workers. Now talk about the blue collared gig workers. I've got an opportunity with me, I've got some job with me, and I have some blue collared gig workers coming and helping me in the operational part. They complete the job, they walk away. What if later a problem comes in and the customer says that you did something wrong? Whom should I go and check for? Again, I have another issue coming up. I have got the trust deficit issue. If I keep on involving more gig workers in my organization, what happens next is the current employees feel insecure. What if my job will be given to a gig worker in the coming times? So there are some advantages and there are some disadvantages of gig workers from the organizational perspective. Now let us have an understanding from the individual perspective, an individual employee or an individual gig worker. Now what happens with the gig worker is the advantages are highly flexible. I've got all freedom. I need not go to office from early morning till evening. I don't have any fixed timings. I'm absolutely free bird. I get a job, I complete it, I come back. Or maybe I'll complete a job from my place itself. So I've got a lot of flexibility around. Now, I have another benefit with me. I can move on to number of companies. I can give my skill sets, my services to number of companies around, which means I get more recognition for my work. I become more skilled. My specialization increases. So I'm focusing on something I'm passionate about. I feel that I'm extremely skilled for it, and I can also demand more money in the market. That is where I feel more like an entrepreneur. I am independent. I have got all freedom to do my job. Many people are making money out of it. Yes, that is one big benefit. Now, coming to the disadvantages part of a gig worker, the problems that I come across is that as a gig worker, I do not have a fixed income. Now I am a free bird, but I have to look for opportunities around. What if the skill sets that I have, there are a lot of people to offer it? Now in that case, what happens next is that I'm not able to negotiate on my services. Hence, I may have to come across a situation where I am charging much less than what I deserve. What if there is no requirement of that skill set again? I may have to update myself. So the cost of training, which was passed on to the company I'm working for, is now coming back to me. I have to update myself. There were a lot of compliance issues. There were a lot of benefits that I used to get from the company part. Say for example, the Provident Fund. Now I have to plan everything for myself. I don't have something to back on. There is no concept of leaves around. I am doing the job and I'll do it more and more. But I don't have leaves available. What if I fall sick? There's a lot of assignments ready for me. I'm not able to do it. I'm losing the opportunities. There is another risk as a gig worker we come across, and that is when I get more opportunities, I tend to do more work. Yes, in a regular employment also, an employee does that. There are a lot of targets around. Everybody does it. But as a gig worker, what happens with us is we work around the clock also. At times people overstrain themselves, leading to different issues. All said and done, we have got some advantages and disadvantages. We need to understand what is more beneficial in the current context. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Happy learning.